Alright people, listen up. We got a new update for Rimworld, not to mention a DLC coming out. We do have a lot of big changes I want us to talk about. Books. We finally have a new type of recreation for our pawns, all in the form of dead trees that we look into. And halconate. You can now have the ability to buy or be quested books that go into the new bookcase furniture item. You definitely want to do this, especially in research rooms, since storing books in a bookcase increases the beauty of the room, and as we mentioned in previous videos, the nicer the room, especially research rooms, the faster the work is done. This also increases experience and recreation a pawn gets from reading said books. Textbooks will increase whatever skill is linked to it, novels are good sources of recreation, and finally, schematics increase progress towards whatever it's linked to. Oh, and by the way, look up the book's description. They usually have interesting descriptions about them, like art on the rim. Yes, this includes the schematic building stuff. Next up, we got new building options aside from the aforementioned bookshelf. Wall lamps, finally proper wall lamps that don't need mods. You can place wall lamps and torches on the walls of your base, though they do come at less light from them. Sometimes that's alright for us, but if you really need a lot of light, the new outdoor lamps are for you. A lot more expensive than normal lights, it does seem like a fair trade-off. Oh, and couches. They are basically armchairs but can hold 2 colonists. Now let's see if we can get the double-decker couch mod in this game. And hidden power conduits. They are conduits that, while are more expensive and take a bit longer to make, in exchange you won't have everyone blowing them up or burning them to nothing so often. Very fair trade-off if you ask me. But now the best new item, double doors. Ornate double doors that's perfect for your place of worship or your CEO's office. I know I got one in mine. I certainly love some of these new items we get in the new 1.5 update. I wonder what delights we'll get in the upcoming DLC. Moving on. Mechanoids. Mechanoids got a small tweak. For starters, larger ones have a chance to now drop a new type of mechanoid slag chunks where you'd break them down. This is just another way to get steel, but this also means that instead of finding useless mechanoid detritus out in the field, if you have ideology, you'll find these. Oh yes, mechanoids can now appear from water. Coastal bases aren't safe from attack anymore, as mechanoids can now appear from bodies of water to make bodies out of your colonists. Do yourself a favor if on the beach, have the lifeguard be some kind of badass or include some extra turrets. Crawling. This next new mechanic is pretty neat. If pawns are down, be it from pain or perhaps losing their legs, they now can crawl on the ground if they still have manipulation, that is, because there is a new animation framework in the game. Yeah, I like this mechanic because it makes sense that you could still move even if your legs don't work. Albeit slower, of course, pawns in this state will move away from danger and search for any safe place to rest, like a hospital bed or sleeping spots. It's not over. But one change I'm especially happy about, the game over doesn't completely end the game anymore. No, if your colonists are all gone into space or 6 feet under, you can now, instead of leaving or waiting, you can instead make a new set of colonists up to 6 to pick up from where you left off, meaning the fun can always continue. For other notable changes, we have UI tweaks like improving the mood bar, so the color changes when there is a pawn below the mental break threshold, just like that one mod that I will not play the game without. Happy it's vanilla now. You got a search tool with the Z hotkey, helpful when you need to find an exact thing. New artwork all around, which is always nice to see. A clean room command. Finally, if you have a real mess on your hands, you can just tell a pawn to clean an entire room without having to queue up every single type of mess. My goodness, pawn. Oh, and the vein mining is built right in. A must-have for some people. Yes, myself included. Seriously, thank you for including quality of life right into the base game. It really needed it. New bionic jaws. Yes, finally, you can cosplay as Darth Malak in Rimworld. Oh, yes. Oh, and the other stuff. Oh, and do be careful. There is a chance for a pawn to gain an organ decay disease. Better have a couple of meat bags in the prison ready for total legal and not done without anesthetic organ transfers. We finally can auto-rebuild fire foam poppers. I think a certain streamer might appreciate that one. Plus, dismissing traders, again like the mod, plus new sound effects sounds all around, but more importantly, performance tweaks, since Tynan knows I know the man 3 blocks from you knows that when playing Rimworld with a lot of mods, everything you can do, you not have your PC spontaneously explode in a firestorm helps. There are, of course, many pages of smaller UI tweaks, fixes, and other doodads, but I feel like this is the main stuff you're here for, the stuff you plan to actually use and notice. Let me know what changes you are most excited for, and maybe what you would have added in. I'd like to thank all the Patreons that make videos like this possible. We couldn't do it without you. If you'd like to support this channel, consider donating $1 a month to get videos ad-free early.